Ivy Wangechi was a 25-year-old final-year medical student at the university. Wangechi met her brutal death on April 9th, 2019, around 10:30 a.m. at Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. His alleged lover, Naftali Kinuthia, had hacked her to death in the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret, citing betrayal. Naftali Kinuthia used an axe due to rage which his lover and childhood friend had triggered. It was a murder of passion. Kinuthia claims to have been a supportive boyfriend who facilitated her upkeep and threw her expensive parties back in the university. He also claims to have been contributing to the school fee. On the fateful day of April 2019, he traveled from Thika, where he was working, to Eldoret for what would have been a surprise visit for her longtime partner on her birthday. Kinuthia said he acted after seeing her longtime friend and lover hugging another man on her birthday when he had traveled all the way from Nairobi to Eldoret to wish her happy birthday and had even paid 14,000 shillings for the birthday party. Kinuthia said he had traveled to Eldoret on the material day to personally wish Ivy a happy birthday, even though their relationship was estranged, and that she had blocked his phone for some time, making it impossible for him to reach her. He says he tried severally to reconcile their differences and communicated to her through a friend identified as Marian Chepkoech. He had asked Chepkoech to convince Ivy that they meet and talk, but it did not materialize. Earlier, he said Ivy had informed her about the birthday party and that she needed 28,000 to host a party. She requested him to help him with the cash, and Kinuthia sent her 14,000 shillings, promising to deliver the balance on April 10th, which was her birthday. Later, Wangechi blocked him, and Kinuthia traveled on April 4th to Eldoret without informing her. Efforts to have them sort out their differences failed because Ivy refused to meet him. He traveled to Eldoret in his car and went to the medical school, where he parked his car and decided to locate Ivy physically. I wanted to wish her happy birthday and also inform her that I would not attend the party because I was to travel back to Nairobi immediately for work. I also wanted to deliver the balance for the party personally, Kinuthia said. While near the hostels, she saw Ivy and went to meet her. Ivy was surprised to see him and immediately informed him that her new boyfriend would take care of the cost of the birthday party. He said it became apparent that she had ignored him and wanted nothing to do with him. In my mind, I felt like a loser and hopeless because of what she said. I became angry and felt bad that the connection we had since 1998 had suddenly come to an end. He said, at that point, I went back to my car and decided I would never talk to her again. As he was getting into the car, he looked back and saw her hugging and holding hands with a male friend around 50 meters away. He had never seen the man she was hugging, but later came to know it was Andrew Macharia. At that point, I lost control and was too angry because of what was happening before me. I wasn't myself again and can't tell how I decided to pick the axe and attack her. He said the axe had been in his car for over a year and he bought it for his own security because of working at night many times. Kinuthia stated that he had spent over 100,000 shillings on her and was in the process of reclaiming it from her parents after realizing that Ivy Wangechi was just using him. This had offended Kinuthia because he had really invested in Wangechi. After attacking Wangechi, a mob later attacked him, beat him, and he sustained many injuries, which led him to lose consciousness. He was rescued by a police officer and taken to the Moi Referral Hospital for treatment. Wangechi and Kinuthia were childhood friends, and their families also knew each other very well. They had also schooled together since 1998 at Joyland Academy Nursery. They were also neighbors in Murang'a County, and their homes were located a kilometer apart. Her mother was teaching at Chomo Primary School, while his father was a bookshop dealer in Thika Town, and hence they used to interact a lot. While appearing before the court on Friday, March 3rd, 2023, Kenodia narrated to the court that their relationship goes all the way in high school. They had started getting intimate immediately after high school and stated that he would occasionally visit her at the university. In a shocking testimony after committing the murder, Kenodia said he had murdered Ivy after she broke his heart through frequent disappointments. He claimed that he had invested money and emotions on Ivy, but his love and financial kindness was not reciprocated as per his expectations. On the fateful day, he had sent her some money to arrange the event, and after sending the money, Ivy refused to pick his calls. That is what prompted him to travel from Thika to Eldoret, and he said that he wanted to know why she was ignoring him. Ivy Wangechi's murder sent shockwaves all over the country. Kenodia's parents were shocked to hear that their son had committed such a heinous act. They described Kenodia as a polite and harmless man, very brilliant indeed, and he had graduated from the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, JKUAT. He was a computer engineering graduate who at the time was working for the leading betting companies in the country. The parents also admitted to have raised him very well in a Christian background and said that Kenodia was a regular churchgoer and a God-fearing man. Ivy died a day to marking her 25th birthday, which she had planned to celebrate on the evening of April 10th. She had just completed taking her practical at Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital when Naftali pounced on her. She walked out of the facility in company of colleagues. Naftali pulled the axe out of a sack, hit the deceased on the head before taking out a knife and slitting her throat in one of the most horrifying incidents. It was a love gone sour. Kenodia was found guilty of murdering Ivy Wangechi outside the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital on April 9th, 2019. The judge ruled that Kenodia bore malice aforethought and had bought a new axe, which he used to end the student's life in broad daylight. If he had no intention to kill, he had the opportunity to attack the victim using his bare fist. But he had an axe, a lethal and dangerous weapon to strike the medical student. The accused had a metal axe with a metal handle and claimed that he had it in his car for security reasons, which the judge did not agree with. The judge further said that Kenodia did not even use a knife in his possession to attack Wangechi, which would have probably given the deceased a second chance at life. Kenodia struck Wangechi with the axe twice on the head and neck, leaving her with no chance to survive. Kenodia was found guilty of killing Ivy Wangechi and was sentenced to 40 years in prison, and he was charged before the Eldoret court in 2023, bringing the 4-year murder trial to close.